Hi everyone, this is Jim Wallace at PurdueBandFan.com again, and I have with me 3 seniors. Today is their last rehearsal after 4 years in the band. This is called the Senior Day, and they happen to have their Gold Day shirts on from their freshman year when they were.
Still had it.
Yeah. Gold Day, the band wears the same shirt on Fridays before a home game, so that when the directors from the tower can sort of see if a formation is out of alignment or not. So I'm going to let each one of them introduce themselves to you. We'll start with Brittany on the left. Brittany?
Hi, my name is Brittany Epley. I'm a senior, obviously, and my major is public relations and strategic communications. I'm from LaPorte, Indiana, and as much as career goes, I'm going to London this summer to do an internship, so I'll be working 20 hours a week and then taking a class. I'm going to come back and graduate in August, and then my dream is to work in a PR firm in Chicago and work with media buying and stuff and social media.
So you're from the Midwest?
Midwest.
You'd like to stay here?
I want to stay there, yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
How about you, Kaylee?
I'm Kaylee Davis. I'm from Elk Grove Village, Illinois, which is a northwest suburb of Chicago. I am currently studying chemistry. We'll be graduating in this upcoming May, and my future career, I plan to work within the chemical industry.
Okay, good. And Nathan?
I'm Nathan Schallhammer. I'm from Niles, Michigan, which is close to South Bend, Indiana. I'm a senior as well. I play clarinet, and I'm majoring in civil engineering. After I graduate, I'm hoping to work with the Indiana Department of Transportation.
And speaking of playing the clarinet, I don't know whether we talked about the section you're in.
Oh, no.
So Brittany?
I'm in the Golden Silks color guard.
And the color guard is a flag group
Yeah,
that
flags.
participates with the marching band in the fall. And then does a winter
Yeah,
color
we
guard.
do winter guard in the spring semesters.
Yeah.
So very
And-
busy.
And Kaylee?
I march the piccolo, and in the spring I play flute in the concert bands.
And so let me ask you, besides the marching band, and we know about color guard, winter guard, but what other ensembles have the two of you, the wind players, have the two of you played in while at Purdue?
I've played in the spring varsity band the last 3 years, and this upcoming spring I'll be in the collegiate band.
Okay. And Nathan?
I've bounced around a little more. I've been in the university band, the concert band, the collegiate band, and I'll be in the varsity band this spring.
So neither one of you two have been in any of the pep bands, I take it?
No.
Okay.
Freshman year I was in Gabs for a hot second. I was
Yeah,
I
okay.
was a clapper. I was clapped.
Yeah, okay. So Nathan, let me ask you this question. How do you balance, there's a lot of hours involved in the marching band.
Right.
3:30 to 5:30, and that's only how long you're rehearsing. You have to walk here, you have to walk back. You know, there's a lot of time commitment before and after rehearsal. How do you balance your studying and everything else going on in your life along with all these hours that you devote to the band?
Sure. I think at first it was a little daunting because it's like you're here for 10 hours and then your Saturdays are gone and all that. But I think it's kind of, as you're busier, you realize that you have less time to do other things, and so you have to manage your time better. So when you're not as busy, you might take longer to do things, whereas when you're busier, you're more productive because you just don't have time.
Are you better at that now as a senior than you were as a freshman, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yeah.
It was a little difficult at first, but you kind of get used to it, and
Yeah.
everybody's doing it. I mean, everybody in the band's busy, so it's not too hard, too difficult.
Now, Kaylee, I'd ask you the same question. How do you balance the time management? You have one other element involved. You have to memorize all your music. And that's something that only the drumline and piccolos have to do.
Yeah, everyone kind of has their own technique for memorizing. I find it a lot easier when we play with the band. The more that we play as a whole band, the more it makes sense to me because we have parts that either echo other elements or sometimes we'll match what the clarinets are playing or sometimes we'll match what the trumpets are playing, and so it kind of drills it into your brain. So with that, it's kind of just repetition helps you get it down, and then once you get to game day, you're playing it off.
I always get a kick out of when you're at rehearsal and the director will say, okay, go back to 34, and you don't have the music with you. You have no.
What tune is that at?
Yeah, what note does it start with? Yeah.
For the color guard, don't feel bad.
And Brittany, you have quite a routine you have to memorize.
Yes.
Not only for every fight song, every tune, and so on, every performance.
Yes.
How does that work? How does that come together from Monday to Saturday?
So a lot of the time, well, during band camp, the new members get taught varsity, honor, and hail, the routines during then. So they have 5 songs down by the first week of classes. And from there, every 1 and 10 gets to write their own work. And we teach that progressively over the semester. So how it works weekly is we figure out what songs we're going to spin what to and just say, okay, we're going to do Nicole's work for this chunk and varsity for this chunk. And then it just kind of is a matter of remembering in which order.
So is there anything unique about the color guard that you think, as a group, friends, I don't know, do you do anything different that might be different than, say, the piccolos or clarinets?
Well, I can say we get to wear glitter and we get to wear makeup on game days.
Makeup, okay.
Yeah, I think especially in terms of auxiliaries in general, we're definitely the glitter for the marching band, we're the glamour. And I think we're always like the first face that people look for in terms of like PR situations.
Yeah.
I think the band is such a big family, and then every section is its own little family as well. So I don't know if we do anything different, but we're definitely similar with the other members of the band in that our section is our family first.
How many are in the color guard?
Right now we have 34.
34? It's a large group. It's a large group.
Yeah.
What are you going to miss the most about the All-American Marching Band?
Okay, so I have this thought in my head. I love pregame. I just love it. So whenever we do fanfare at the beginning, I think I'm gonna miss like walking out to my set before run on and just looking up at the press box and smelling the grass and just like being in Ross 8. I think the feeling and the energy that I get when I step onto Ross 8 is what I'm gonna miss the most. So,
The performance.
yeah, the performance aspect.
How about you, Kaylee? What are you going to miss?
It's hard to think about.
It is really all of game day is just such an event. I think one thing I'm gonna miss knowing is I don't know what to do at sporting events, because when we're in the stands, you know, we're always doing these certain cheers. We're doing these songs. We're playing for these teams. We always have something that we're told to do, and then I go to a sporting event where I'm not in the band, and it's
like, what do I do with my
I don't know what to do. Exactly. So I think that's one thing, and then just the community in general. And not saying that there isn't a community within the indoor ensembles, but I think it's certainly heightened within the marching band because we've spent so much time together. So just having that community.
Would you say that it'd be a fair statement that you all have more friends in the marching band than you have outside of your band activities?
Yeah.
For sure, right?
I mean, I only have a few friends from my major, but yeah, I think a majority of like when I'm looking for friends to go see a movie with or anything like that is my band friends that I usually turn to.
How about you, Nathan? What do you think you'll miss the most?
That's hard. I think it's fun to, in high school, obviously, you do one show, at least my high school, and that's it.
Right.
We're here, you're pretty much doing a different show every week or every couple of weeks. And so it's always fun to find out what the next show is, and you get handed a piece of music and you first wonder how that's going to fit into whatever show we're doing, and to kind of see it come together throughout the week, and then Friday we're playing it, and Saturday we get up early and perform it. Just that whole process I think I'm going to miss, and then the friends as well.
So if I was a high school senior and I was thinking about trying out for the All-American Marching Band, and I happened to come across PurdueBandFan.com, and I saw these interviews like the one you're doing now, what would you tell that student as to why they should? What are the benefits? Remember back when you were 18, and why did you decide to do that?
I think we can all say that marching band, and at least color guard for me, is our passion. It's something that we've done for a really long time. And I'm all about taking advantage of every opportunity that's presented to you, because you never know what's going to take you. So with me, I figured, I won't know unless I try, so I auditioned, and I don't regret it ever. So I think in terms of telling someone interested in the band what to expect, or at least look forward to, is just a different perspective of college life as opposed to someone who comes to Purdue and doesn't do anything besides schoolwork. Like,
Sure.
This band has given me way, like so many opportunities.
Sure.
Yeah.
Kaylee?
I mean, I remember after my last football game in high school, just thinking, "Wow, I can't be done with this. Like, I gotta keep going." And
Yeah.
so I think if you have that drive, that if you are even thinking of continuing on, try it. Because I mean, this has brought me to some of the best people I've ever met, and I can honestly say I've had so many great mentors, and the professors are absolutely wonderful, and have had an extreme impact on my life.
Nathan, anything to add?
I think we pretty
Covered
much
it?
covered it all. Yeah.
So one last thing is, I think when you think about the Purdue band, you think of travel to some extent.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what travel opportunities you've had in these 4 years? Now, we all know you haven't been to a bowl game, unfortunately. But that's the football team's. That's the football team's fault.
Yeah.
But we've also done some other travel, away games and so on. Brittany, could you shed some light on that?
Sure. So my travel experience is kind of not as vast in terms of some other people. I didn't go to Columbia, but I did go to the Indy 500 the past 3 years, and that's something I really love traveling with the band for. They love us down there. It's always a blast. And then also with me doing Winter Guard, we have Winter Guard International in the spring, so a lot of the travel in that respect is going to Ohio, going to Indy, going to different competitions in the Chicago area, and that's just limited to just the Guard, but I think traveling bonds people together really fast. So I think even with the marching band, whenever we travel, you meet someone new, you're sitting next to on the bus, or it just brings us all together.
You've also traveled to away games.
Yes, away games. Those are always fun. The bandinage that we get to read
Yeah.
on the bus.
Yeah.
It's so different to see what
Yeah.
other stadiums are like as
That
far as
too.
their game day experiences,
Yeah.
as opposed to us.
Where have you been, Kaylee, in terms of game day and other travel?
In game day, let me see. Our freshman year, we went to Michigan State, and then sophomore year, we went to Lucas Oil Stadium where we played Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That was really cool. That was a really interesting atmosphere because that wasn't a college setting. That was pro football setting. And then last year we went to Northwestern, and then this past year we went to Memorial Stadium at University of Illinois. That was pretty cool. As far as other travel, I did go with a marching band to Columbia, but then I also went to Spain over spring break during my sophomore year with there was a concert band, orchestra, and jazz band that went as well. And all of those were beyond incredible experiences that I would love to do again.
You also, all three of you, performed at the halftime of the Colts-Patriots football game, right?
Yes.
At Lucas Oil Stadium, right?
That was
good.
That was quite an experience.
That was a
What was
good
it? Their
game.
kicker almost got hit by a guardsman because they came
Yes.
out practicing their kicking while we were still doing our show.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so we were coming off of the field, and I remember who it was. Someone was yelling, "Get out of the way! Get out of the
Yeah,
way!"
it was like in the color guard section for a while too. We were all just like, I don't know what to do.
Of course, he's just trying to do his job.
Yeah.
Like that's what he's doing.
Nathan, how about you in travel with the band?
Similar experiences. I think the big one for me is going to Colombia.
Columbia, yeah.
South America. I'd never been. I'd been to Europe before, but never South America. That
That's
was
quite a
nice.
parade you were in.
Yeah.
It
Long parade and lots of fun.
was what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Non-stop playing.
But the fans,
The fans were just
Oh,
over the top.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I can't even think of an American equivalent to that.
no, there isn't one.
Yeah.
I can't think of one.
It was a festival of the flowers,
Flowers, yeah.
but when you played the Columbia songs, the fans
Sang along
went nuts.
loud.
Yeah.
Went nuts.
Yeah, and we even played Hail Purdue when we were down there and had Purdue alumni reach out to us saying, "Oh, it's wonderful to hear my old song." So I think
Yeah.
that was something we weren't expecting.
Yeah. And then, Brittany, are you on the American flag at pregame?
No, I'm on the Indiana flag.
Oh, you are.
And I've always been on the bottom right corner every single game this season, so it'll be my last time tomorrow.
Aw.
There was an incident where the football players gotten away
Got stuck under.
of the unfurling of the American flag, and it's usually dusters and guard
Yeah.
that unfurl those flags at pregame.
Yeah, sometimes the media people are in the way and we have to tell them, move, we're coming, and,
Yeah.
and they slowly walk
Yeah.
off. But.
Well, I want to thank the three of you for coming in and doing this today. Hopefully it's been beneficial to those who watch, and enjoy your last rehearsal today.
Yeah.
I know that won't be easy,
No.
but
This
it is
went
what
by
it is.
way faster than 4 years of high school did.
It's
Yeah.
bittersweet.
Yeah. So you're a little sad probably that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask me again in 2 hours. I'll probably be far more sad.
All right, so have a nice rehearsal.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.